My name is Eugene and this is me living my dream. I built a mobile studio and stage out of an old laundry truck. This is Indy, my travel companion, who really wants to go inside, but I want her to stay here for the interview. Indy, can you stay here for the interview, please? So originally, I'm from Russia. I grew up in Canada, and now I'm living my American dream. When I was traveling Australia, I lived in a van for the first time, so I loved it because I didn't have to pay any rent, and I ended up paying off my debt much quicker. Hello. And I saw someone build a home out of a box truck, and I think I was already performing in the streets, and so I think that's where the seeds for this idea were first implanted. When I was a kid, well, my mom told me this when I was an adult, but when I was a kid, she would just let me go. I wouldn't even look back, and I would just wander around the world. So I was always like a traveler, free spirit, almost like a nomad. And we were born in the Soviet Union, and so as soon as we could leave, because some countries build walls to keep people out, and some countries, like the Soviets or the Chinese, have walls to keep people in, which means their system doesn't work. And so freedom was always something core in my life. So a lot of my songs, I think, center around freedom. I've been on the road for more than a decade, and I started performing when I was in Tel Aviv. When I was in Israel, I was doing sales at the time. I was doing telemarketing, annoying people. And I met a girl who was singing in the streets, and I found out that in a couple of hours she made what I earned in a whole day. So I thought, I'll give it a shot, and it worked. And then I decided if it works there, maybe it'll work in other countries, and I started traveling. And then my favorite place so far was Australia, pre-lockdowns, because they were very strict about that kind of stuff. And when I was in Australia, I met a girl who worked on a cruise ship, so I got a job working as a singer on a cruise ship. Oh, wow. And at night I would sing to their guests, and then in the daytime I would go on the street with my amp, and I would kind of like make a double income singing on the streets. So if anyone's a musician, that's a little life hack. You can go work on a cruise ship. Some people do it for like half a year, and then they live for free essentially for half the year. Or you could make double your income. You work on a cruise ship, and then also, well, you don't have to be a street musician, but you could be. Well, I was at my friend Matt's house, and he said, we were talking about how he hasn't written a song for a while, and then we were talking, and he was just describing himself, and he said, I like to hang out with the animals and watch the trees grow. So I thought that's a genius line for a song. So I wrote a little song about him, a little verse. It goes like this. I like to hang out with the animals and watch the trees grow, I'm one with nature, I won't kill bugs, and not just because life is real precious. It's to be honored, held with reverence, cause we are all friends here in the deep end waiting. We're waiting for the leaves to change, we're waiting for the leaves to change. I hope I answered your question. I hope after people see my performance or feel my performance, they walk away feeling inspired that you can do anything, you can pursue your dreams, you just gotta figure out a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. The only advice I have is written right here at the top of my stage. It says, pursue your dreams or someone's gonna hire you for theirs. So I've been performing on the streets for just over a decade, and now I'm trying to get off the streets, so to say, and do more private shows. So I'm traveling the country, doing the streets so that I can promote myself, so someone gets me to sing in their backyard or driveway, and I think over time that can turn into concerts. One of my dreams is to sleep under the stars and at night have a little campfire with music around it. So it'd be cool that almost every other night I could go to, I don't know, maybe a field or someone's backyard, somewhere in the nature, in the wilderness, away from the big cities, and we could do like a little 1 or 2 hour concert and then chill under the stars with the campfire. And if I could do that at least half my days, half my life, that would be, I think, a life well lived. One other thing I want to promote is that I write custom songs as gifts. So if there's someone you love, you tell me about them, I turn that into a song. I have a recording studio in the back. The website, of course, leads to everything, eugene-music.com. But for those that are still using Instagram, it's one word, Eugene Music. Welcome to my studio and my home. A couple of pictures over here. This is a girl from Orlando, Alexandra, that did this one. It's a cover for one of my songs, Heaven. This is my friend Ariel from West Palm Beach. He did one of my covers for a song called Blessed. And here's the stage as you see it. Here's how I saw this whole thing. And then over here, is my recording studio. This is where the magic happens. I have the microphone that goes down like this custom desk that I built so that I can be somewhat comfortable while recording. And behind me is the bed, so that goes down. And that's pretty much it. Indy, bark, 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 bark. Yes, good girl.